So mammography is the mainstay of screening. It has undergone rigorous scientific testing and has been proven to reduce mortality from breast cancer. It's the only screening test that has that label, that it actually reduces the mortality from breast cancer. So why is there such a controversy about mammography? Mainly because people look at the data in different ways and want to know, well, how much does it reduce the breast cancer mortality? What's the true incidence? And it's a very complicated topic. And as you'll hear later, the breast cancer incidence throughout the Western world is increasing. So how much of breast cancer mortality is being affected by mammography is incredibly difficult to determine. But it is reducing mortality clearly in studies that we're using our oldest technology, using that analog mammography analogous to the 35 millimeter cameras that we used to use. So now we use our digital mammography, which is even better for those people who are younger and those people who have dense breasts, which gives me the perfect segue into the next question that people usually ask, well, is the mammogram enough? And for many of us, it's not enough. If you're one of the roughly half the population that has dense breasts, it's not generally considered to be enough in the state of New York to just not be told that. In the state of New York and 12 other states, you are mandated to be told that your breasts are dense and that maybe you should consider something else. And that something else is generally ultrasound. So what does ultrasound do? It finds another group of cancers that mammography misses. And why does mammography miss those cancers? It's because they're the same color, the same tissue density as regular tissue in people who are dense. So there's no fat around to make that cancer stand out. 3D mammography helps find some of those cancers, but not all of those cancers. So supplemental screening for ultrasound is clearly a benefit to find some additional cancers. It's not without its downsides, however, in that it finds lots of benign things, and people get lots of benign biopsies to find those additional cancers. And it's about 3 cancers per 1,000 women. The last screening test that we have in our packet is MRI, and that's a phenomenal screening tool, incredibly sensitive, but reserved for those people who are at a very high risk, which generally includes those people with strong family histories, like the BRCA genes, people who have had radiation, maybe for Hodgkin's disease before, or some kind of rare syndromes, or otherwise are felt to have more than a 20% lifetime risk. The MRI exam is expensive, uncomfortable, not generally used for mass screening. So mammography for everybody, 40 once a year, ultrasound for those people with dense breasts, and MRI reserved for those who need it.